Today we're going to talk about how to get two busy people together in the shortest amount of time possible. So let's get to it. So welcome to another Free Tool Friday, and today we're going to talk about another free tool that we use all the time, and that is Calendly. So Calendly allows us to send a link to someone and judge their availability against mine, or maybe the team's, and then put a meeting together very quickly. So today we're going to cover the 7 steps that it takes to create an account and get started with your first meeting. Then we'll talk about a few other things like maybe a bit of etiquette and how you can use this new technology, because let's face it, some people like it and some people don't. A little controversial on if you should use it or not in some circles. So should be great. So let's talk about how easy it is to get started with Calendly. First, open the browser of your choice. We obviously use Brave. We've talked about that in a previous Free Tool Friday. So let's type in calendly.com. We'll load up the page. They've made it very easy for you. Just click here, enter your email address, click the sign up button, fill out a bit of information here. And if you use Gmail, if you use Google Workspace for work, if you use Office 365 or now Microsoft 365, this will actually hook up flawlessly. So you'll be able to integrate your calendar very quickly and very easily. So once you're signed in, you'll land on your user page, and it probably won't look like this. But in step number 2, we'll just go ahead and click the create button. We'll select the event type here. It's a one-on-one meeting. Let an invitee pick a time with you. Group. We'll just pick the quickest one here, which is a one-on-one meeting. So we'll click create. Test meeting. Add a location. Let's say it's going to be a phone call. I will call my invitee, sure. Quick description. We'll actually say calendly.com test meeting. We could actually say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could even rename it completely. Doesn't matter. Just as long as it's something that is memorable and can be easily copied and pasted into emails and invites. So when can people book this meeting? 60 days into the future, 10 days into the future, whatever you want there. You can say business days, calendar days, within a date range, infinitely. You're going to pick your duration. This time we'll just pick 30. We'll use an existing schedule. Whenever you're actually filling out your information, you're going to start filling out your working hours. So this is working hours. It's already selected. I've got mine as 9 to 5 p.m. for Monday through Friday. You can actually adjust this to your liking. I actually reserve an hour or so in the mornings to make sure that I can get all of my tasks done and kind of schedule my day. And then if you want to add a little bit of buffer time between your events, before or after, to give you a few minutes to either take notes or prepare for your next meeting, you can do that here. We're just going to say next, and you're done. Your event type is actually automatically turned on. You can actually view the page live here. And this is what your users will see. And you can see I'm kind of busy. There's no times in March, so I've got a view next month. So your invitees will actually walk through and pick a time and a date. You know, you can pick months, days, whatever, and next, all the way through filling out the information. You'll get an email as well as a calendar event. They will also get the same calendar event sent to them. And by default, it integrates with Microsoft Teams. There's many other pieces that you can integrate with, other services, but makes for a great little tool to communicate very quickly with each other on what the availability for both of you is. So once you previewed the page, you can close that tab. You'll land right back here. You can actually go back. You'll see the meeting type fall right in here. Then you can say copy link or share. Either way, we'll click share. It gives you the meeting right here, or the meeting link. So you can actually copy that and send it to your invitees for your event. You can add times to the emails. You can add to a website and embed it in a website. It's very flexible how you can actually share this link and get people to schedule meetings with you through it. So I've just copied here. We'll close. Then I would take that meeting link. I would fire up a new email. I would send it to somebody and say, hey, here's my availability link. Just click here, pick a date and time that matches great with your schedule, and we'll both get reminders and see you soon. So from here, let's check out the plans. We'll click on the pricing link at the top of the page, and you can see that they do have a basic always free plan. So all of these plans have unlimited meetings. They've got a lot of other features. The biggest thing is there's a little more automation inside of this first, in this case, $8 a month seat for the essentials. Then it goes up for the to the professional. There's a little more customization, a lot of features centered around teams. And then there's a Teams package. And then if you've got 30 more or 30 plus members that need to collaborate within the tool, obviously you can contact Calendly and they can set you up with a custom price. So some of the features real quick, you can see that it also allows you different calendar connections as you move up. So if you needed to connect with multiple calendars, maybe you wanted your personal calendar, a team calendar, a sales calendar, something like that, you could then actually connect more calendars to your account. Again, Office 365, Google, Outlook, iCloud, all of that integrates seamlessly with a calendar or with the Calendly calendar. You can have one type of activity type down here. So that if you have two different types like one-on-ones and team meetings, you'd have to delete one meeting and add another one. So you get unlimited types if you upgrade to the paid edition. But overall, if you're needing a simple solution to get started to make sure that, you know, a couple of busy people, yourself and someone else, can get together without 15 or 20 back and forth emails, or if you're lucky enough to have assistants, you know, the assistants going back and forth with each other for a day and a half, 2 days to try and figure out what the best time to meet for 15 minutes is, you can definitely use Calendly to cut that down to a very manageable time, and then sometimes just a couple of clicks. So let's talk about a couple of things that you've probably seen in the wild when people had started using tools like Calendly. There's other ones out there. Bookings is Microsoft's solution to this. But etiquette is a very important piece to using this type of tool. So in the past, you're probably used to seeing emails that say, hey, I'd love to schedule a meeting with you. Here's a couple of times. Do those work for you? And then, of course, the obligatory back and forth emails to either confirm that, yes, it works, or no, it doesn't. And the person, you know, puts their times in. Everybody does a compromise dance. And then finally, the meeting is scheduled. So that's probably what you're used to seeing, especially if you come from a larger corporate background. That's very common. Lots of businesses now kind of have adopted that mantra, right? So what's happened with the advent of these tools is that you've seen a bit of impersonal etiquette come around. So what that means is you'll now see emails that say, hey, I would love to meet with you, and here's my calendar link. Go, you know, search through my calendar by yourself and find a time that works. So some people find that very impersonal. I've actually had to learn that myself. So I thought it was the coolest tool under the sun, coolest thing since sliced bread. Sent those types of emails out that were very short and had some very pointed feedback. So lesson learned on my part. So I'm passing this along to say the best use of these tools is probably in a mix, in a hybrid email environment, if you will. So basically taking your email that you've sent for forever that says, here's a few dates and times. Does this work? Then combining that with, hey, if not, I've got this cool link that you can use to search through availability. Shortens the time frame down if these first two don't work. So if they have a choice in the email, it makes it seem a little more personable and professional than it would to say just, hey, here's my email link. Go find you some time on my calendar, and hopefully it works out for you. So that is my advice when using these types of links. I hope you've enjoyed the Free Tool Friday. And again, if you like this type of video, click the like button, hit the subscribe, let us know in the comments if we could do better or what we can actually show you next time. Also, if you'd like to schedule some time with me or my team members, I will leave our Calendly link in the description below. Feel free to grab some time on the calendar and talk about strategy, talk about cybersecurity, or talk about anything IT that makes sense for your business. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.